Hello everyone, my name is Prashni Naidu. Thank you for joining me on my meditation, Healing from Shyness. Now, many of us that are sensitive have issues with self-esteem. Now, if you're familiar with my work, you'll know I do a lot of work with the crystal vibration. That's definitely shyness, self-esteem issues, definitely a problem for crystal people, for a lot of indigo people, and generally people that are sensitive. If you're a sensitive person, and are having trouble determining whether you're crystal, indigo, don't get worried about the labels because we're usually a mix of different vibrations. And if you're sensitive, you will probably relate to having issues with self-esteem. Now, a lot of these issues can be traced back to early childhood. That's when we really form an opinion of the world and of ourselves. Self-esteem issues really root back to when we're very early, very early age, usually when we can't even remember. So when we first encounter the world. Of course, when we first come to Earth, from that other place where we're happy up there, it's nice, it's loving, we have our guides, we have our angels. So coming onto Earth can be a little bit of a shock. Now, the new children that are being born are smarter in that they pick families that are supportive of their gifts and accommodating, that work with them. So they get a lot of help. But with the older generation, I'm dating myself, but yeah, with the older generation, anyone, in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond, we generally pick difficult childhoods. And that can be for healing, that can be for karma reasons. Again, um, God doesn't enforce karma on us. We do this to ourselves in order to attain soul growth. We don't always know what we're doing, but God, in His infinite wisdom, lets us do what we wish. So we come to this earth with these families that aren't always the most supportive, and these life paths that are not always the most accommodating to who we are as people. So a lot of us, through these early childhood experiences, really, because we're sensitive, we know when people don't like us. Even as children, we know, and we're so open and so like little sponges. We absorb everything. As we get older, we learn defense mechanisms, how to shield ourselves and how to, keep out the opinions of others. And a lot of it's done unconsciously. It's not just people who are into healing who know how to do this, or people who are into any of the New Age work or working with angels and know how to do this. A lot of times it's just something that just happens out of basically self-preservation. But when we're children, we don't know how to do this. So we're really open. We're open to the world. And when we come to the world being so different, being so loving, so caring, and just having a different view of the world than everyone else around us and society in general, we're definitely, of course, people are always scared of what they don't understand, what they don't know. So when we come into the world, being gentle and being different and being maybe a little bit of oddballs, nerdy, quirky, whatever it is, that sensitive people generally are, introverts, and which introversion, of course, is totally different than being shy. But when we come to the world with all these different character traits, we are judged in some part by others, by the people around us, by our parents, by our friends, by, people at school, neighbors, babysitters, whatever it is. And when this happens at such an early age, even though we're not, comprehending it consciously, it does create issues with our self-esteem. And that, of course, leads on to later life. We have issues, it can be very, very harmful to your quality of life to have self-esteem issues. Leads to agoraphobia, leads to panic attacks, so many different things that are treatable with medication, of course, for a lot of these things. But there you can also do work on yourself to heal from these issues. And luckily, we know the angels, and they can help us with a lot of this. Now, before I go forward anymore, I'd like to say that this healing is not in any way meant to replace any medication or anything that your doctors have put you on. I believe personally that you really have to trust your gut with what's best for you and ask your angels what's best for you. Sometimes, we're all individuals, and we can't go forward thinking that because, one person is okay totally foregoing, modern medication, that it's, good for everyone. We're all individuals. So please, look inward before you decide to get off anything, and see if it's right for you. For myself personally, I found a lot of strength, a lot of healing from working with the angels. So today we're going to be working with Archangel Michael. Now, as a child, being sensitive, I have a lot of the crystal vibration in me. Being sensitive, I was extremely shy, so reserved. I wouldn't talk unless I was spoken to, and then it was a big problem. And later in life, it led to a lot of problems in just how I related to people. And I'm an introvert as well, which is great. I'm happy being alone, but like a lot of you, I had huge issues with self-esteem, huge issues with speaking in front of others, huge issues with even looking at myself. I wouldn't, want to look at myself in pictures. I didn't want to take charge. I didn't want to be the center of any kind of attention at all. And a lot of that was healed when I started working with Archangel Michael. Now, again, this is something that happened so accidentally. If you've listened to my videos before, you know that I didn't take any classes or anything to connect with angels. So if you're sitting here listening to this and you feel that, geez, I don't know how to do this, you know how to do this. You don't have to do anything. The angels speak to all of us. I'm not saying don't take a class. Classes are wonderful. It's a great way to meet other people and a great way to, make friends and really, get the one-on-one attention that you need from another person. But you don't have to. It's not, if it's not for you, you by no means have to do this. If you're an indigo person, or even a crystal person, you have a really good connection with source. So a lot of what you feel, if you're feeling like, geez, I don't need someone to tell me what to do, that's okay, because you probably don't need someone to tell you what to do. Just trust your gut and go with it. The angels speak to us in many different ways through our intuition, and sometimes we'll hear them, sometimes we'll see them, whichever way, works for you. A lot of times we don't even know we're talking to them, that they're talking to us. Early on when they communicate with us, we usually don't know that they're communicating with us, but they are. So working with Archangel Michael is really, really easy, and he can help you with any issues you have with self-esteem. Archangel Michael is very interesting because he's sort of like the rock star angel. He is so popular. I think it was Doreen Virtue that said, coined him the rock star angel. I can't say for sure, but I always liked that term. I thought it was really funny because that's how I feel about Archangel Michael as well. When I first met Archangel Michael, I was very intimidated because I thought he was so popular and he was all blonde and, popular. It sounds hilarious, and it is hilarious that I would think this, but it's what a lot of people think, especially if you're a shy person. Like you're not almost worthy of this, big, powerful angel's consideration. Like, why would he want to do anything to do with me? He should be hanging out with the popular kids. But it's really funny because Michael's not like that at all. Michael is very loving, very helpful, very kind, and he definitely knows, because he is one of the angels that really does help us with self-esteem issues and with self-confidence. And it's different in each person. So I can't sit here and tell you exactly what to do, because I leave that up to Archangel Michael, because we're all different, and what he did with me to help me with my self-esteem is totally different than what he'll do with each one of you. That's a wonderful, beautiful thing about working with angels, is they really tailor their teachings to the individuals. They can see into us. They know our hearts, they know our souls, and they really work with what's best for each of us. So just be open to the experience. Michael, now this is a short meditation we're going to be doing, but keep in mind that it's basically just an invocation to call in Archangel Michael and to invite him into your life so he can help you long term. When we're dealing with shyness, self-esteem issues, these are learned behaviors that we've spent how many years before. I was well into my 30s before I really began working on this. And like all of you, so that's a lot of years that go by learning a certain way of relating to the world. So it does take some work to break these habits. And if you are willing to work with Archangel Michael and the rest of the angels, they can enter your life and really help you day by day. So all these behaviors you've learned, these things you've conditioned yourself to believe, can really be changed around, and you can enjoy a good life where you're not, where you're free to speak your mind, where you feel confident of your own abilities, where you're happy with yourself, where you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself, I love the way I look, I love the way I feel. This is so important to having a good quality of life. Of course, you all know that, the energy we feel, the energy that we are, is what we attract to us. So if we're feeling badly about ourselves, if we feel unworthy of love, if we feel unworthy of attention, if we feel that we are unworthy of speaking up, and shyness usually does this, we don't feel like we're worthy of any attention, that we don't have much to say, and we just rather just sit quietly in the corner. This really, becomes our energy, and it becomes who we are, and what we attract into our life from that point is all based on that. So the angels can really help us break down these old ways of thinking about ourselves, and really helping us connect with people that value us for who we are. And so we feel better about ourselves, and our energy changes. When we do that, our energy changes. Our vibration rises, and we attract better situations into our life. So if you're having problems with relationships, a lot of us have love relationship issues. Codependency is a huge thing, feelings of abandonment, all of these. And I can relate to all of this because I'm such a shy person for so many years. And I wouldn't say that I'm completely cured, of course. Standing in front of a huge group of people still makes me a little nervous. But definitely I've gotten a lot better. Definitely it's not to the point where that it scares me. It doesn't scare me anymore. It would make me feel a little nervous, but I'm not scared at all. And that's something that I never thought I would be at that point. This is something that the angels definitely help me with, and especially Archangel Michael. And so we're going to call on Archangel Michael today. And again, like I said, Archangel Michael will help you with any self-esteem issues, any kind of shyness issues, anything that you have that's holding you back from living the life that you really want to live. And we're going to ask Archangel Michael to work with us every day, so we can really, really invite him into our life. So whenever these thoughts come up, the good thing about doing this is whenever we have a limiting thought about ourselves, whenever we feel that, oh, this guy would never be interested in me, oh, I could never handle this job, oh, I could take this promotion, I could apply for it, but I'm not going to because, then I'd have to speak at meetings, and I have responsibility, and I can't, thought of going for the interview scares me, anything like that, any of these limiting sort of things. Archangel Michael will be with you to help you work on these things so you can really, really get the life you want. So right now I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, and we're going to call on Archangel Michael. So let's close our eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Now, Archangel Michael, we invite you into our lives to help us with all issues of shyness and self-esteem. We want to love ourselves. We want to feel good about ourselves. We want to feel confident and worthy of success, prosperity, and love. We invite you into our lives to work with us each and every day so that we can have the lives that we want, that we deserve. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being with us, for helping us, and for giving us clear signs of your presence in our lives. There we go. And that's all there is to it. You can talk to Michael anytime, just the way we just did right now. Just speak out loud. If you watched any of my other videos, I go through deeper meditations. You can follow some of those as well, but that really take you in and heal. But this is all that's necessary to start working on our shyness issues. It's just making contact with Archangel Michael, inviting him into your life, and speaking to him every day. If there's anything particular you need help on, if there's issues with agoraphobia maybe, or if you have codependency issues, please speak to Michael and ask him. He is always with you. I can feel him with me right now. I can feel his energy, and I know he's with each and every one of you right now. When we call on the angels, they always are there for us. I can feel them because I'm sensitive to energy. Some of you might be able to hear them, see them. Some of you might not feel anything or know anything that's going on, and that's okay too. We're all different. We all perceive higher vibrations differently. So don't worry about it. It's nothing to be worried about. One of the things we did ask for was clear signs from Archangel Michael. So those will come up. Maybe you'll have contacts. I'm going to give you a little hints as to what you'll be getting, just so you know, because a lot of people ask for signs and then they completely miss them. When they come in, they totally miss them. They think, oh well, the angels aren't with me. Well, some of the signs Michael will show you is specifically for you. If something appeals to you in certain ways, if you feel like you should be seeing wings when you speak to Archangel Michael, maybe he'll show you wings, something like that. Now, a lot of times you might be thinking that when you close your eyes and you see someone there, that you're imagining it. Maybe I'm imagining it's Archangel Michael. Maybe I'm creating him with my mind. Well, you're not. That really is Archangel Michael you're seeing when you close your eyes. And Archangel Michael appears to us in the ways that we think we should see him. So if you're seeing angels with wings, then don't worry about it. Archangel Michael is showing himself to you in that way. He might not even appear as blonde. He might appear differently. Now, a lot of times, Michael will show us ways that he's with us by you'll connect with other people named Michael. That's a big sign. Michael does that a lot. You run into people who will do really nice things to you and they'll all be named Michael. They'll give you flowers or help you with work or something ridiculous, and their name will be Michael. It's little things like that. Maybe you'll see the name on TV that says Michael. Maybe you'll see a book. There's so many different ways that angels show us signs of their presence. And Archangel Michael is not shy, so he'll definitely show you signs. You just have to keep open to it. It might not be anything related to Archangel Michael at all, but it'll be something to make you feel positive and make you feel like you're on the right path and that he is helping you with self-esteem. Another thing you need to be open with when working with the angels is new ways of doing things and ways of changing previous behaviors. Many times the angels introduce uncomfortable situations into our lives. And this is not meant to be difficult. It's uncomfortable only because it's new to us. And anything new is generally uncomfortable when we get stuck in our own, ruts. So we have to be open to that. If you ask for help and suddenly you get a job interview, it doesn't mean that this is, your lifetime job. It's for you, but it definitely means that this is a way the angels maybe, are helping you get out there and helping you be a little more confident. And one thing you can always remember is if when you're working with Archangel Michael on any issues of shyness and self-esteem, you can always count on him and always call on him if you are ever afraid, ever feel shy, ever need that extra boost of confidence for anything, absolutely anything, whether it's socializing with friends, speaking in front of a group, leaving the house if you're scared to leave the house because it's your safe spot and the energy is too wild out there. Anything, it could be anything. You can always call on Archangel Michael and he will definitely be with you. So imagine him with you. Imagine him walking beside you if it makes you feel better, and know that he will be. We can really create whatever reality we want in this world, and the angels really love that because we give them power in our lives. So the more you create a reality that they are in your lives, the more they can be a part of your life. And it's really that easy. It sounds so simplistic, and it really is. It's that easy, and it really works. So if you have any problems with shyness, self-esteem, definitely call on Archangel Michael and redo the invocation that we just did, or make your own if you're comfortable doing your own. And you'll find in a little while you will have no problems. Your confidence will be up there, and you'll be happy and enjoying a more prosperous life because of it. So thank you for listening today. I'd like to thank all our guides who are always with us, and of course Archangel Michael for always taking the time to help us live, wonderful lives. If you're a sensitive person, whether you're indigo, whether you're crystal, or you don't know what you are, if you're a sensitive person, you feel called to listen to this video, or you feel called to any kind of issue where um, you help the world, you help other people, this is something that Archangel Michael really loves to help with. So he'll help you. You are deserving of this work. So working on your self-esteem and working on your confidence is not only for yourself, for ourselves, it's for everyone. When we're able to be more confident, we're able to help others. We're able to get out there and do what we came to this world to do. So definitely don't hesitate and call on the angels, and they will help you live a life free of any kind of self-esteem issues, any kind of shyness that's really holding you back. So thank you for listening today. Thank you to all our angels and all our guides, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.